All right, so we've kind of covered some basics types of content that you can add to your site, like so. And we'll get into some of the linking and some of that stuff in the next video. So let's talk about adding pages to our site. So right now I only have, I'm on the Pages tab of my site, and I only have my home page. So I want to have some pages. I want to have a page for each one of the courses that I teach. And then in each one of those courses, I can have additional resources for those students if I want. So I'm going to click on Add a Page, and I'm just going to do tech stuff, just so you get the idea. So I'm going to do a page for Chrome OS, and I'm going to click Done. And then I'm going to click and add a page and it takes me to that page. So you can add a page and start to add content, or you can add a page and add a page and add a page until you're ready for it. So I added a page and it's ready for content. I'm just going to keep going through the pages, and then I'll come back and edit the content after the fact. So I'm going to do one for Chrome OS. I'm going to do one for Google Sites. Done. I'm going to do one for I'll do one more. And then I'm going to do one for it's bringing me to the page, and then I'll add one more. I'm going to do one for Powtoon. These are just some of the classes I'm teaching coming up. So I have a page for each one of these. So now let's say I want to have a sub page for Google Sites. I want to have how to create a title page. What I should be doing right now is making a site on Google Sites, but live and learn. So I'm going to click on New Page, and I'm going to add a page on Google Sites, and I'm going to call it Adding Content. So this is going to be a sub page of my Google Sites page. So I create the page first, and then I move it up where I want it to go. So once it says adding content and it comes in, once it loads, I can drag this up to where I want it to be. So I actually want this to be under Google Sites. So if I hover now, I get the 4-way arrow, and I can click and drag up. And if I drag up on top of sites, you see how it's highlighting sites in blue, and it's kind of giving me it's going to nest it under. I'm going to drop it under sites. And then it's going to get nested with those little dots there under sites. So now you'll see under Google Sites in my nav, when I hover, I get adding content. Okay, so this is, again, all determined by my theme. So the color of this font, this is all determined by my theme. And then this is the header type, which is none. Right now. So if you wanted it to be, title only, if you wanted it to be something different, you'd select something different. But that's what's based off of my theme right now. Okay, so now I have a nested page, and now I can go back and edit some content. So my nav here, do you see this is across the top? So if I click over here on the settings icon, I'm set up for a top navigation, which goes across the top like so. If you have just a few classes or sections that you want to have in your site, this might be a good way to do the navigation, because they're always there, and then they drop down when you hover. So I'm going to leave this as top, just because every other site that I have right now is side nav, and I kind of like the idea of having a top nav site. So I'm excited about my top nav site. So now I'm ready to add some more content. So I've added pages to my site. I've kind of talked about inserting basic content, but maybe I want to add a video or a link to some resources that don't exist in my drive, but they're external sources. So I'm going to add some content. So let's do a Google embed. So I'm going to click on YouTube. And this is great. If you're somebody who's doing flipped learning and you have your own videos, or you have somebody else's videos that you use from YouTube, you can embed those videos right into your site. You can also upload your own videos. So under uploaded, you'd have videos that you've uploaded. But I'm going to search for just Google Sites videos. So if I search YouTube on Google Sites, I'm going to get a whole host of videos that people have created on Google Sites. So here's the new Google Sites 18-minute video tutorial. It's hopefully not as awesome as mine is, so I'm just going to click on it and hit select. And then that video is going to go into my sites. I can't play the video from this screen, so if I want to play the video, I need to go into preview mode. And then from preview mode, I can see how the video is going to look. So when I preview, I'm on the computer screen preview here, and you'll see it. Now I can play the video, and I can see how the video is going to look. I've actually never watched this video, so I don't recommend watching a video or just putting a video in without actually previewing the video. But you'll see over here, so this is device agnostic. So right now we're on a large screen. So this is responsive design here. It'll show you what your site's going to look like on all different types of devices. So this is what it would look like on a personal mobile device. This is on like a tablet, and this would be on a larger screen. So if you're looking at how it's going to look for students, it'd probably be here on this medium screen one because they're on their Chromebooks. So you see that this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. And then to get back to my edit mode, if I just hit the X, I'm back in. So it's one way I can add some exterior content that isn't content I own from my drive. And then maybe I want to go link to this website. So maybe I'll find a document. So I'm just doing a quick Google search. Getting started with, here we go, new Google Sites Help Center. So maybe I want to go to the Google Sites Help. So if I click on this site, I've got to use the new Google Sites Publish button up here. So I'm going to link to this. So if I copy this URL, I can come back to my site, and maybe I want to add a URL. So if I double click over here, I can do URL, right? URL, or again, from the top, embed URL. It's all the same. So I can do URL, and I can just paste it in here, and it'll embed that. It'll try to embed it as like an image. If it can't do that, then it'll just say it'll just do a link. I can do it like that and just put a link in, and it'll see what it looks like. Link. Or if I wanted to, I could do text. And I could write, I'll show you how to move this around. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'll move these around so you can see them. So maybe I want this to be hyperlinked. So if I just do a text box, I click on this, and then I can click on the link icon. So you can have any text on your site can be a link. You can link to other pages in your site, or you can link to websites. So you could select one of your pages, or you could select a website. You could use this like a scavenger hunt if you wanted to. That's one way you could do that. So now that I have my sites tutorial, then I have this ugly, so ugly link, pretty link, ugly link, pretty link. I can click on these, right, and move these around. Do you see? So it wants to go left, right. It won't let me go under, but I can also come out and under, like in its own new section. So now it becomes its own section of content, and then I have a section beneath there. All right, so I have like a few, I can like have columns, and I can have things underneath each other with new sections like this, and then again, we drag and drop these around to organize them. And so maybe I want this one to be over here again, and then maybe I want it to be bigger. So if I click it, and I can drag it out. So I kind of love the simplicity of it because it's not crazy and it's approachable. But on the other hand, there are limitations to it. So explore, find what works for you, and then also make sure that you're noting the limitations and you're sending them feedback, because that's how it's going to be better for us next year. All right, awesome. Let's get some